It's such a shame. Caught up in feelings, oh shame on me. Yeah, you're the blame. Yeah, just messing around from name to name. You said you want me.
I want you.
Nice try. You said you would pull up.
Where you at?
But you lied. We could have been forever. I swear together, but it's gone now. I can see your tunnel vision. There ain't no reason to be texting you. I can see your tunnel vision. Keep it to yourself, just do you.
All right, and we are back with another episode of With Audacity, the podcast where we try to educate, promote, and uplift the community, doing everything unapologetically and with audacity.
Yes, sir.
Today we are super excited for episode 5. Today is all about self-care and being zen. But before we get zen and talk about self-care, it is a very special day, y'all.
Y'all know what the date is. It's November 3rd. Y'all saw me. I was like this, like a little kid. It's November 3rd. Self-care starts with voting.
Okay.
I'm just saying. It starts with voting. Care about yourself. Care about your community.
There we go.
Care about what you put into the earth.
There we go.
Vote.
Please.
Vote. Today is voting. Vote. Check the Instagram, y'all. Vote.
All right.
You
So
heard.
we kicking things off, talking about voting, making sure we are all informed.
Yeah. I almost have a problem, y'all. Like, all these shirts are from my collection. Because I got shoes on right now that say vote.
They do.
Y'all just need
I'm gonna
to
show y'all a picture. We gonna post a picture of Kara's vote shoes. She picked it out. But
It's not a problem.
it's not. It's a problem if you don't vote. I said it.
Woo!
Yeah.
Quote me. But anyways, we are talking all about self-care today. We're going to be a little bit zen. And we have a guest host with us today, Micah J.
Welcome, Micah.
What's good, everybody? How y'all doing?
See, I got my zen voice.
I see.
So yeah, Micah, tell us a little bit about you.
Okay, well, again, my name is Micah Jones. I'm originally from Montgomery, Alabama. I currently live in Huntsville, Alabama. I'm an engineer by day and a musician at night, I guess.
Okay.
There you go.
I'm put it like that.
Y'all like that?
Yeah, so.
So weird.
And I know these two young ladies from back in the day.
Jumbo.
Yeah,
You know?
for real back in the day.
Yeah, we go way back.
Way back.
Way back.
Yeah.
I like that.
And now he's friends with Dr. J.
Yeah, he was friends with me because I'm friends with them now.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's how
It's
it
a
goes.
package deal.
It is a
It
package
is.
deal. You get all three.
Thanks for being our guest, Micah.
No problem. No
Seriously. And Micah is going to be our musical guest for the episode. So all the music that you hear comes from Micah J this episode. So
And we have a little surprise.
Oh, yes. At the end.
Another little surprise.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
At the end, y'all.
All
Stay
right.
tuned.
So we're gonna kick things off, man. I feel like we went from zen to happy to just we were all over the place for a second, but we're gonna bring it back down and get into self-care. So we're gonna check in. Yeah, I got my zen voice for y'all.
I know.
I'm like,
know.
Woooo Saaaaaw.
You're centered.
I'm centered. This is centered jazz, centered baddie.
Weak.
Check in, see how everybody's doing. So kicking off self-care, really trying to, tap in, not sweetie tap in, but like tap in to ourselves. Dr. Jazz, what place do you think gives you the most peace?
Well, I have to say that another reason why Micah J is here is to give the male perspective.
Yes.
Because a lot of times we don't hear about
We
men
don't.
and their self-care
Absolutely.
regimens, if they know what self-care is. Like,
And Micah's gonna tell us because a lot of my male friends, I don't really hear them talk about self-care. So Micah is gonna give us the male perspective on all of that.
and I'm super excited about it.
So we'll
I hope
probably
it
be
helps
saving
in
his
some
opinions
way.
for last. We'll go like this.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like
There
that.
we go.
All right.
All right, here we
Okay,
go.
so I'll say that the place that gives me the most peace, and if I could go there every day, I would, is the farm. So we have a small farm, a model farm that's happening now in Tuskegee and soon to grow in New Orleans and other places. So just the farm and being with the animals and outdoors, that really just gives me peace.
Okay.
What about you, Dr. Woods?
So y'all know I'm a little country. So just a little country. Mine is definitely like going home to Kentucky. Mm-hmm. That's where my people are from. And like just going home, seeing the Kentucky bluegrass, it brings me peace. Also because of that, any place where I see cows, like live cows,
driving down the street.
Yes,
just a cow.
Yes, and like outside of my neighborhood, it's like a cow pasture, and so like I usually see cows every day, so it's pretty nice. And then also Blue Ridge Mountains with the YMCA, CBC. They have a Blue Ridge Assembly Hall in Blue Ridge.
Okay.
And I go there.
Because you're a mountain and a beach girl.
I told you I'm a mountain and a beach girl.
I know.
Yes.
Oh my God.
And clearly a field girl as well.
She's versatile.
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
How about you, Jazz?
So what gives me peace? I get peace from my home. I think your home should be peaceful. So, and
it's a lovely home.
There, so,
it's a lovely home.
Thank you.
Live from the living room, y'all.
Live from the living room, y'all.
Sorry.
But I live here, so I go there every day. But I feel like your home should be a place of peace. So
I concur.
Yeah, my home is peaceful. I also, when I go visit my siblings and my dad, because I don't get to see them every day like I, would like, that brings me so much peace and so much, joy. So that is also a place of peace. And then going to church. I didn't realize it until I stepped out on faith and ventured out to a different church, but I didn't realize how much peace being at church could be. So yeah, I think those are the things that bring me a little bit of peace in my life. The park brings me peace. Sometimes I like going on walks, getting my feet done brings me peace. But I mean, the big things are those things. But I like a lot of little things can bring me peace. Shoot, sometimes just sitting down, Woooo Saaaaaw when I get home from work. But
I need that.
Yeah,
like I need to find peace in little things.
You do. You have to find peace in the little things because there are a lot of big things in life that you can't control.
Right.
So true.
Find
Gross.
peace in the small. Micah, give us the male perspective. Where do you go?
You're speaking for
Honestly,
all men. I'm just kidding.
all men.
I'm just
all men in the world.
I'm joking.
Honestly, I think most men would probably agree with me, and most men probably aren't that much different than y'all, for real. Because I would say there's different levels and different places I would get my peace from. But what's your guess gonna be though?
The gym.
The gym. That is actually
See?
a place I would pick.
Honestly though, the gym that could be it.
Yeah.
The gym or being like just active in general sometimes. If you work out a lot or you work out at a decent amount, sometimes just getting that release is like it's good. So, and I'll say like for me personally, I've just kind of picked up the habit of running. So like I got my favorite trail I go to, and I go there once a week. And when I finish running, I always go. There's like a little cutaway in the grass here in the woods, and it's right by a little creek. So when I finish running, especially the long days, like I'll go just sit down there, and I find peace in that. Like
Listening
it's
to
right
the
down the street. So yeah, just listening to the water. Sometimes I might still have my headphones in. I might play a little something soothing, but that's one place. Like just out, like you said, outdoors. I like hikes too. Like a good hike, some good sunlight. It's always good on a boat.
On a boat?
Hey, in the lake.
On a boat.
Whatever. I don't ride. I don't go on boats a lot, but I'm just saying, on the water is peaceful. Yeah. But for that immediate peace, like you said, your house. Like sometimes on a busy week where I'm having rehearsals in the evenings and I'm just not at home much, to be at home one evening and not have nothing to do is peaceful. Yeah. Yeah. So.
Well, thank you for sharing.
No problem.
Yeah, and I think this not second, but as we get into the questions of the episode, this really follows up on that check-in question and just asking what do you do to release and relax? And I'll just start off. Y'all could go after me. That's what I'm saying. Y'all could go after me.
It's the inside.
All right, that's fine.
So if I just need a moment, immediately, I'll run to the restroom in my house, and if I'm not gonna get in the shower, just turn the water on. Okay. but getting in the shower is like a really peaceful place for me. Just somewhere to just release.
You take long showers?
No, not necessarily.
That's subjective. What's a
10,
long?
15
Okay,
max.
okay.
You know, no, my mama. I don't like to waste water, and my mama didn't play that. So
I played it. Okay.
I'm not that person. I will take a long bath. Like if I really need a moment,
You gonna soak.
I'm a soak.
Okay.
I'm a read in that thing too. You know, light some candles, put that whole zen.
Okay,
My
that's
zen.
real zen. All right.
Well, I like to do yoga. I'm not as committed or a yogi, but I'm trying, and it definitely gives me some peace. And then running. I'm not a runner, but we trying, right? We trying.
We're trying.
We're trying. It does feel
me peace to my knees.
No, I mean, if you run on like grass and like things where not, you know, the concrete, which is very hard to find these days, but a good trail, I'm very jealous. It's probably need to come up to Huntsville.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
nice trail.
yeah.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
that'd be so nice.
It's
But
like some trees along the side. You got some pastures on the side. You might catch some cows.
I'm about to say a
chilling.
cow, Karen.
Yeah.
A cow.
Then I'll mess around, stop the run, just be like this.
That's what you need sometimes.
Yeah.
So what do you do, Karen? Besides look at cows.
So this is my thing, y'all. I will say this. I am not a self-care person. Like this is not my episode. Y'all know what my episode is about. It's about voting. I will have to say that like my answers might be short, and some of y'all might like that because you're like, you know what, Karen be talking a lot anyway. But this is my thing about self-care, okay? And I told Jasmine this the other day. I am tired, and this has nothing to do with your question. I'm so sorry. I am tired of Mr. Crab moments. And if you know what the gif that I'm talking about is when Mr. Crab is looking like all like this. I am tired of those moments in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I
Right.
rant. I have a rant. My ranting coach is Kayla Woods. Hello.
Hey, sis.
Yes, she's my sister. She allows me to rant. And so I call her and we rant. And sometimes we piggyback off of each other.
Don't say it. We're not gonna say
We bounce off of each other in the ranting. And anybody can come through with the fire in the ranting. But maybe that's how I release it.
I'm here for that.
I'm not really sure if that's the actual answer though.
I think that you probably, knowing you have got to develop some type of other version of self-care. I'm going to always listen to your rants. I'm always being, but you got to develop something for care. To release and relax. I mean, like I said, you know, shoot, go home. Go for, I mean, seriously, go. If it's a Friday night and I done had a long week, I'm going home and I'm getting under a blanket. But to release or
They
relax.
live alone.
You said what?
Y'all live alone.
That's a
you and
fact.
Micah live alone.
I understand that. I feel you, dog. I get that. Before, when I didn't live alone, though, I mean, shoot, y'all know I like to go to the park. And then before COVID, I did have like an exercise regimen, and that happened. And then, you know, going to the parks and stuff, that does help. So, I guess outside really is a release for a lot of people. So,
What do you do?
What do you do
to release and relax?
Got you. So it depends. Like sometimes as a musician, you know, some people say, you know, music is relaxing, but if you have a gig, you know, per se, or a few gigs, or a performance, or something you're working towards, and you practice, get there, do it. Sometimes you need a day to come off of that. So sometimes doing that music isn't gonna be your release or your relaxation. So after something like that, I have to find something else. So that's when I'll chill, you know, watch some TV, or do something physical, go for a walk, go to the gym. Another good release, you know, if I'm upset. The gym has like a punching bag, so I hit the bag a little bit.
Box it out.
Boxing gloves on,
All
you know,
right,
box it out. And then another good release, I'd say, like, you know, actually something I agree with Kara, talking about it. So
Thank you.
get with your homeboys, you know, get up, you know, and just talk, vent to each other, just, you know, talk it out. Sometimes you get some good perspectives. It might help you feel better about something, you know, whatever.
So do y'all have like do you just do this to one person, or you get a bunch of people on the line and be like, y'all, it's Rant Tuesday?
So surprisingly, like, I don't know how many guys do this, but y'all know how my friends are, you know, Geo, you know our friends. So we like to get up every now and then all together, you know, like we'll actually have a Zoom call or something. And that depends.
Is so precious.
If that's like, it depends. Sometimes it happens based off of like how everyone's doing. If it's just time, it's time. Or sometimes it's just like it's been a while. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So, it just depends.
Check in
But
with your
I also
homies.
have my individual friends that I talk to on the phone, like on a regular, and we.
So I'm sorry. Now I'm getting it. So are you like the one who says, "Hey y'all, it's time," or someone else like is the person who?
It just depends. Like, like we just had one recently, and that's just because one particular person said like they've been going through something. So it was like, we need to have a conversation.
So
but before, like everybody was kind of like, hey, let's do this, and nobody had the follow up to do it. So we didn't do it. So it was different people trying to throw it out there. But this time it was like, all right,
It
for
needs
real.
to happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Because that's part of it too. I feel like sometimes like like the same person can't do it every time.
Right.
Yeah.
Because then it seems like it's a chore.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, and speaking about time, this question is really another follow-up. Like, do you designate time to do that? I would say, like, my time is my time in the morning. I like to get up with the sun. I'm a really early riser, so no one else is up. The animals aren't even stirring. My chickens are still asleep.
Right.
Oh, my God. Oh, I got chicken children that are driving me nuts.
She has actual chickens.
Like, chicken children. They're not even chicks anymore. They're children. But, I just like to give my time in the morning to like plan my day, set my intentions, and just really set the energy that I want to have. What about you, Kara? Do you designate some time? I know you don't do a lot of self-care, but if you could, or do you think about it, maybe?
So on a daily basis, I watch Golden Girls, and I think that that's my time because, as I said, I like to laugh. And even though I've seen these episodes a billion times, I will laugh at those episodes because they're funny and they're also very genuine. And they it's 35 years going and still very genuine to what is happening in today's
Very
world.
relatable.
Yeah.
I love it.
So I guess like that's my like time to like come down, I guess, is to be like, okay, like the day is over because Golden Girls is on.
Love it.
And then in the morning, I don't wake up with jazz. But when I do wake up, I usually try to take like as much time as I have, but maybe like 30 minutes to just be like, nobody knows I'm awake.
Quiet as a mouse.
Yeah. No one knows I'm awake. So therefore, if I don't answer or if I choose to answer, like I'm only talking to the people who I chose to. Like, so I don't, that's not really designating time. It's just time in the day, I guess.
I feel like that's your me time in the mornings. Like
Yeah.
you just like, I'm up. This is me time. Whatever I choose to do in this moment, I can.
I agree with that, but it's not like Jasmine makes it so no one else is up. Whereas like my designated time will get interrupted.
Okay.
So it's not really designated because it's not like this is only me time. Like it gets interrupted on a daily basis sometimes. So it's not, no hard work has gone into it.
Yeah, definitely got a question. Our last question is going to touch on that. So
Okay.
we'll dive a little deeper.
Dig a little deeper. She was trying not to say it. I know it.
I know.
Yeah, I know that's my song. Okay.
Well, Jazz.
Do I designate time? Let's see. Yeah. But I don't know. I used to do it like okay, after work you gotta go to the gym because you're gonna need this Woooo Saaaaaw because whatever. But now, because life is different, not as much. But now we do have self-care Sundays, so like yeah, like I'm gonna make sure I'm a part of that.
That's sweet.
Yeah. Like Micah says, we have our girl group and like our friend Kyla, shout out Kyla, hey girl. She literally makes us like get together on Sundays and like we either do questions that are about self-growth or sometimes we just chill and like laugh and clown, act up.
But I'm gonna make sure that is something that I'm gonna designate time for. One, because I feel like my friends and my family, so I'm gonna make time for that. And two, because I feel like that's important. So it's always some self growth. I put an F on that. Growth. Growth. One more time. Growth.
Y'all have to watch the YouTube, please.
It's Kelly off of Insecure, if nobody knows.
Yeah.
Get you.
Anyway, it's some self-growth in that. So I always make time for that. So I do feel like I designate that part of self-care. And that's in a group setting. And that's important too. So we lean on each other a lot. Sometimes I, become an emotional thug and cry sometimes. Don't tell nobody. I just told y'all.
Y'all be telling
Secret. We be telling secrets
to the world.
Child.
So yeah, I feel like I designate, a time. Definitely that time is important to me. I love my girls. Shout out to all of them. So yeah, that's what I do.
Word.
What about you, Micah? I know you said that sometimes y'all, get together as a group and it's not necessarily planned. So do you designate personal time though?
So I would say I need to do better at designating time. I say I kind of designate it based off how busy I am. Sometimes like it might be a week where I'm just going every day, getting home like 11, going to bed, waking up, going straight to work, doing it again. So I don't even have, and I'm not a morning person, so I don't wake up in time to get that morning time.
That's
I
understandable.
usually hop out the bed and literally go straight to the bathroom and get started taking my shower, and then go straight to work. So I'll say I'll designate that time, especially once I know it's been a while. I'm like, okay, I need to take this day right here. I'm not gonna do anything.
Yeah. Have you ever planned a vacation or something after doing a project or some type of big gig that you had a lot of rehearsals and a lot of lead up to?
If
not, you should.
Kind of. Well, lately I haven't planned anything because of
Of course.
Just been feeling kind of restrained.
Right. But just nice
I'd
hike.
say previously, I wouldn't say I planned it based off of my busy schedule. I didn't plan it at the end, which I should. Like you said, I should do that. But the trips I took were just kind of spontaneous. And sometimes they were actually at a bad time, so it wasn't self-care.
Made it a little bit more stressful?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so I got to do better at that.
Okay. I think we all do. Yeah, so I think we kind of talked about it already, but I just personally wanted to know, do you share your self-care time? I know, I said sometimes I just want to have a moment and that's when I'll go to the bathroom and really just sit in the steam, create my own sauna. I got a steam room, y'all.
Steam room,
and then I'll put the heater thing on too, so it's a sauna too. I can do the most. It really just cleanses and makes me can breathe. The candle, it feels good, y'all.
I'm very happy for
I'm
you.
just saying. But I also like to share my time too. I'll do yoga with my partner, especially if he's feeling a lot of stress and tension in his back and neck. I'm like, oh, let's do some yoga. That's my little self-care moment.
So cute.
I'm telling you, that is super cute.
But I am not cute when I run, so I can't run with anyone. But Kara's.
I want to run with. I like running with people, and nobody ever wants to run with me
because I tried.
And I don't know why they think I'm Usain Bolt out here. I'm literally just. Everyone's like, I'm not gonna run with you, Kara. And I'm like, I don't know why. I only have 2 feet.
We're trying. So I will share that self-care time with you.
Thank you, friend. And so you should get up too early, so I don't even know why I'm lying. We're gonna have to go in the afternoon.
Over.
Oh, okay, there you go. Sleep over. Okay. All right. We got something going.
So you usually do it in a group setting? You feel like that's where you get the most accountable and you do self-care at that time in a group setting?
Yeah. I feel like sometimes I'm the therapist of the group setting. You can say yes or no on that. And so I think that I like to moderate.
But you said that's your self-care though.
It is. That's part of my self-care though.
She likes helping people.
Right.
And so Kara, I'm just gonna talk about
Talk
you
about it.
Even here. I feel like part of her self-care and her life, I don't know, it's her brain is programmed a little strange, but it's not a bad thing, but she likes to help people, and that's how she feels fulfilled. And so it's gonna make her feel bad, and she's gonna feel a little weird if she's you're not using me as your friend, or it's her friend or her self-meter is gonna kick off because if she's not helping another person. So part of her self-care and Kara feeling like Kara is helping everybody else and helping them through their journeys.
Right.
Nice.
And
I explained that right.
No, yeah. I mean, it's that's for sure. I definitely take what I am very seriously. I am a sister, I take that very seriously. I'm a daughter, I take that very seriously. And I'm a friend, and I take that very seriously. And I literally have gotten harsh words almost with my friends who are struggling sometimes and don't say anything. And I'd be like, why do you have me in your life if you're not going to use me? If that's the case, I can be gone.
Yeah.
If you're not going to truly use me, I'm not only here to drink Chardonnay. You know what I'm saying? Anybody could do that. I'm your friend because we're connected. So, so it does make me feel some type of way where it's like I feel like I'm putting all my like life into something and then they're only using me 20% because I'm like, that's not an even partnership. So, and I take my partnership for everything like that. So like, yeah, use me,
my friend.
yeah, exactly. And I will randomly text people like, and I think that's also why I have friends for such a long time in like 6th and 2nd grade and all these places, because I will be like, hey, I ain't heard from you.
What up?
Like, how are you? What's up? What are you doing?
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So that's how I get my self-care, I guess, to like make sure others are okay. But I have said this recently that because of that, it's hard for me to be sensitive with others. And so I'm trying to work on that.
There we go.
Because
work in progress.
I allow everyone else to be sensitive, but then sometimes when I want to be sensitive, I be like, I told you I'll be staying on the surface with myself sometimes, because also I feel okay. Like I dig deep.
You will. We're gonna get you there.
I do what the ladies say now. I dig deeper, but I rather it be a safe space than me just be like da 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 da. Cause I ain't talking about nothing for real. I'm not.
On it. So Jazz, do you share your self-care time? I know you're part of the self-care Sundays, or do you prefer the Shard crew?
Yes, definitely share with them. That's my Sundays, or maybe my Friday night. Shoot, maybe a Saturday.
Okay,
it's true.
It just depends. So yeah, share with them. Anybody can take a walk with me if we need to go walk around.
Okay.
Kara and I used to take walks. Then I think we got a little lazy. But
Just throw her under the bus.
We started working out with the Shard crew.
That is true. That's why I walks ended. But I like walking. But then sometimes I'm like, maybe I need to get a pedicure by myself in Woooo Saaaaaw. So I'm both,
Something I have held true since I was. That's the first reason why I got a job at 12, because my mama told me she wouldn't pay for my nails to get done.
I concur with your mama.
Listen, my nails was done and my hair at that point because I had a job and that was my self-care. And now still to this day, 10 years plus running, I have the same nail care lady, nail tech, the best of the best.
Her nails are always late.
I can't wait to come see you, girl.
That's true.
I don't let anybody else touch my nails. I would literally drive 5 hours back to New Orleans to get
or
my nails done.
color her hair. She has the same lady.
Same lady, at least 7 years now. Yeah.
See, it just don't give me no fuzzy feelings.
That's all right.
I get all
but
the
your garden does.
True. Yeah. I do like to garden. It's true. Yeah,
See?
I do.
There you
But I mean, like, that's still, yeah. I mean, like, I love to garden. What I'm saying is my garden is, like, only so big. So my gardening for a daily process is only, like, maybe 10 minutes. It's not a long amount of time. So, like, although, like, it does bring me joy every day, it's not like a run where I'd be 15, 20 minutes, or a nail appointment that might be an hour.
Or 3.
Or 3, because y'all be talking and stuff. Like, yeah, so, like, it's you know what I'm saying? It's, like, 10 minutes every day.
I feel it.
Maybe I need to.
Also, you need to find joy in the little things. Remember?
Yeah,
You said that
I
earlier?
said that. But y'all know those are words. I gotta get on it. Like, I gotta actually have to, like, be.
You actually have to be present in that moment.
I gotta
had
be
to learn
proactive
that.
about joy.
You do. And being present in those moments. I had to learn that. Be present in those small moments like that. I'm gonna take a picture of this face.
It's all right. It's a work in progress.
Please make me a meme.
What about you, Micah? Do you? I know you said you share, with your friends.
So I think that's a different kind of self-care personally. Like, yeah, I'll share those moments, but sometimes I do need like my time to myself. And sometimes I feel like if I go for days, just interfacing with people, I have to take that one day where I'm just like, all right, people hit me up like, no, I'm chilling tonight, bro. Like,
I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, because one time I think I had like a gig or something, and then the next day my homeboy hit me up like, what you on, bro? I'm gonna slide through if that's cool. And I was like,
It's not.
it's not cool, bro. Like, I don't even, like to turn you away, but not tonight.
Yeah, that's
It's
understandable.
my night. He's like, I feel it. So
But you know what? There's power in that. To be like, I don't want to see you.
That's a part of the last question. I'm still saving that one.
Okay.
I know. I'm not excited about it.
She did a shoulder roll.
Okay. All right. But this one is it's for everyone. Just to what was that moment that caused you to take self-care seriously? Personally, I had my mentor, Baba Malik. That's how important. He's my Malik. Like, oh my God, he changed my life. Like, seriously though. Shout out to you, Baba Malik, for mentoring me through like food systems leadership and like all this work that I want to do like in the world. And he was like, we'll talk about everything I want to do. And at the end, he's like, so what you did for you? And really just keep that in my mind. Like, if you don't do for yourself, you're not going to be able to do for others. So I can't pour from my empty cup, just to be recharged and refilled at all times.
Me.
Yeah, scheduling me like I schedule my meetings, because I'll show up for a meeting, but I have to show up for myself. So that was very important. That's what really made me take it serious. So not until recently.
All right.
What about you, Dr. Woods? What's caused you? Maybe your friend?
My friend? Oh, Kyla?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You take it seriously?
See?
I mean, yeah. Like I said, she just comes in and says, y'all, we're due a self-care Sunday, and then we decide, and I show up. Once again, it's not that I'm not taking it seriously. I just don't think that if it had not been for her, like, I still wouldn't be doing this. Like, if she was like, you know what, guys, I'm done with self-care Sunday, I would be like, okay, bet. Like, there's nothing to keep me powered in on this self-care Sunday type of thing. So my answer is nothing yet.
Still working on it.
Yeah, still working on
It's okay.
it.
That's honest. I appreciate that.
But you know what? I gotta clean that up, because sometimes you say something like that and God be like, okay, bet. And I'll be like, no, I didn't mean that. So
That's not how I meant it.
That's not how I meant it. But, like, I don't know. Anyway, but,
I love you, Kim.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
All I'm saying is I'm clear-minded right now. Yeah. And I just pray that nothing else happens that don't keep me clear-minded. That's all I'm saying. Right. Sometimes you got to say that type of stuff.
Speaking. Jazz, what caused you to take it seriously?
I think my job. Lawyer by trade.
Had it by night.
So the lawyer during the day part, that part, you really gotta be like, okay, what am I doing for me when I leave here? I started working and I said, okay, you gotta do something else when you leave here. So, hello. That really caused me to realize I needed to de-stress. And I think just, things in life happen to you in general. Life happens in life. I realize life can happen fast. And when you start realizing, okay, got to take the weight of the world off my shoulders and Woooo Saaaaaw, you'll start taking self-care a little seriously. So, can
I say that another person who is making me take it seriously is the person I'm dating right now?
Okay.
And I ain't gonna say no names, but you know who you are.
Drake gave this man a shout out.
You know who you are.
He literally, he's very sweet, he's very kind, and he'll know, like, he can hear it, and he'll just be like, okay, and I show up to the apartment, and it's self-care ready for me. Aww. So he does his thing for me, and I appreciate it.
Shout out to you.
Shout out to that guy.
Shout out to that. Shout out to that man. Shout out to that.
Shout out to that man.
Shout out to that man.
He makes me take it seriously, but that's because he wants me to be like chill.
The best you can be.
That's right.
The best
you.
He wants you to tap in.
Okay, sorry.
My Zen boys.
I really don't want anybody to text me about this either.
Disclaimer. We just telling y'all secrets, okay?
Yeah, I told y'all.
You just spilled a secret too.
I just told a secret. I know.
Just you gotta stop talking about it, so it's not a big deal. Okay,
just
keep going. Hurry up. Get off this.
What was the question again? Bring it back.
We stuck on kerosene.
I always have to do it.
I gotta stop talking about it.
Why sister?
It's okay.
It's not a secret. Now I'm trying to make it seem like he's a secret. He's not a secret.
No, right.
We just not putting people on blast.
Right.
That's right.
This is a
right.
And don't hit her up if you feeling some type of way. Period. Micah J, what caused you to take self-care seriously?
Okay.
Zen boys, Jay.
So
what caused you to take it seriously?
For me, that question, I feel like And like you have different cycles. Like first year in college, you're just
YOLOing.
You living life, busy, extracurricular activities,
YOLOing.
And you don't get tired. You turn up weekends, like you just keep going, and you don't think about it. Then you're always with your friends, and then after college, you realize you and your friends aren't around each other as much, and you go off to work, and you realize you gotta work, you realize you gotta do this, you gotta do that, and then you're also worried about what am I gonna do next. So in the evenings, you might be working on something else. So like I tried grad school for a little bit. Didn't finish. That's a long story, but I'm still good.
We good.
But so like in that time period, I was just like constantly working 8 hours, studying. I might go to the lab, research. I'm just like, I need some self-care right now, and I'm not even. And that's those aha moments. So I think my first like trip that I took, like out the country with my friends.
Where'd you go?
The Bahamas. I saw Bahamas. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Those beaches are so pretty over there.
Right. Yeah, it was a really nice trip, really fun.
That's
fun
a self-care. I do travel a lot.
You
Trips.
do.
There you go.
I do travel a lot.
Yeah.
Look at me.
Right.
Look at you.
You still be had an aha moment when Micah said,
Thank you, Michael, for that.
But yeah, just I guess it's just those periods in your life where you're just going. You got to take a step back and be like, okay, I need some self-care.
Okay.
I would definitely say school has been one of my main stresses. Like undergrad, I tried to be really like adamant on finishing those 4 years, 8 semesters. It didn't matter. I like took 21 credits my senior year. That was very stressful, like ridiculous, anxiety through the roof. And then that master's at Auburn. Yeah. That made me at the Woooo Saaaaaw for real.
And everybody's like cycle isn't gonna be the same. Some people's cycle is that initial start of their family when they had that first kid and they realize they're like staying up with that kid and like every day just. And then the wife, whoever their partner, they're like, yo, we need some time to ourselves.
Right.
That's their cycle. And then you got older people who might be taking care of their parents and
they need a break.
From that. Like you just gotta come to those moments where you're like, all right, I need a break.
That is a word right there.
For everybody.
Because you do go through seasons, like you said, like you go through a season and like it might even be like you're retired and now you don't know what to do with yourself. Or like your child has, moved out the house and now you
empty nesting.
Yeah, exactly. Or like you're going through a season and then you lose somebody in that season. I think that grief personally is a subject that needs to be talked about way more. And I don't know if that is self-care or if it's just like we need to realize that as humans we have emotions and it's okay to have emotions.
And release them.
And release them and realize that emotions are day-to-day things. Like your emotion doesn't have to stop. I personally think that grief is something that affects every single person and yet we do not talk about it enough. And sometimes you just need that moment to just say, I miss blank. And it might be a dog, it might be a cat, it might be
a person who was serving I want to just say, I know a lot of people have fallen this year.
Dear Lord.
Like, just seriously, y'all, the power to vote. That's all I got to say. Rest in peace, all of our fallen soldiers that have, paved this way for us and who've been keep standing up for us, And I think that's a moment that I feel like I'm like, oh, I need a self-care. Like, this year has been hitting us hard.
Yes.
Hard.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And then, like, you can have grief for a person that you never met. Like
Absolutely.
heavy grief for somebody that you never met. And it's okay to it's okay. And unfortunately, because of these fallen soldiers and these people that we gravitated to so much, I think that some people are taking that self-care to be like, dang, I cried when Kobe died and I don't even know that man, but yet he was like your brother. And like sometimes you have to have something like that to make you stronger, but also to realize that it's okay to be weak. It is okay to be weak and to say that I need help.
Yes.
And that's all I'm going to say about that.
And I won't say that's weak, actually. I'm gonna set this boundary. I'm going to get into this question about setting boundaries. But I want to say, like, specifically, like, to say that you're, feeling something, I feel like that's very strong.
I agree with that completely.
Yeah.
I was saying weak as in saying, like, I need help. Like, I can't keep it all to myself.
Oh, yeah. I'm not that strong.
Yeah, like, I tell people all the time, like, words are just, like, adjectives are just descriptors. I'll be petty once and I'll be petty again. I don't care if anybody calls me petty because I'll be weak. I will be weak. I will be sorrowful. I will be grief. Like, you know what I'm saying? those are just words that describe me at that time. And I'm okay with a word describing me at that time, as long as I know the next step to make sure that that's not a forever place. Mm-hmm. So, like, if I'm going to be petty for a second, yes, I'm going to be petty for a second. Like, okay. So, then, you know, if I'm going to be weak and I'm going to say, you know what, I need to realize that I'm struggling.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to be weak in this moment because I know that after I'm weak, I have a next stage. I have I'm a morph into something different. And like I said, I think that's something that we're not letting people know, that it is okay to raise your hand sometimes and be like, hey, it's my turn. Can I have a turn? Like, can, you know, like,
I be taking care of everybody.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah. And kids too. Kids are going through a lot this year. Your babies are going through a lot this year. And it's sometimes it's hard to see when a kid is sad, but you have to take that time to say, okay, me as a parent, I'm gonna say, okay, baby, what's going on in your head? What's happening? Let's talk it through. And so, it's not gonna be clear. It's not gonna be something like we're talking about right now. They're gonna be saying that they sad, and the next thing they know, they're gonna say something about Buzz Bunny, and then they're gonna come back. But you have to, like, you know what I'm saying, allow people to sometimes talk. And that's why I think that I am how I am, because I realize the power of letting someone talk and be heard. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, I felt that. Being a listener. You're definitely an active listener, and I appreciate you as a friend.
I try. Y'all know I can't hear that well sometimes.
This girl.
So that's why I be listening so hard. My bad.
Anyway, so this is the question I've been excited. I know we've all kind of touched on it already, but like the importance of setting boundaries. Like, do you think saying no is important? I mean,
yes.
So I feel, of course, that like at this point in my life now, yes, it's extremely important. And holding like true to what serves you. I was that person, Kara mentioned it on maybe the Working with Audacity episode. I'm going to say, yes, you give me a project, you give me something. Of course I can do it. I'll make it fit in my schedule. But then, you know, that definitely gets overwhelming. That loses your time for your self-care. Like you're just running like on a wheel, you know.
When I didn't even know Jasmine that much, I was kind of like, you sure you want to do that? Like, you know how you don't know somebody that well, but you want to interject yourself in their life? Like, you remember, you don't say it.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Running around and you just like, man,
I was like,
I'm not.
I'll be like, Jasmine, I don't know. Like,
this Kara in the back.
Seriously, like I did a Brandy moment where it's like, you better than me. Like,
have you gotten out of that? Do you realize the power of saying no now?
I do, and I feel like I'm just doing things that serve me. I still, you know, I'm selfless. I still get joy out of serving others, serving my family, serving my friends, but I have found, you know, the power in saying no. And that's on all levels. Like you saying no to your homie, like come and slide through. Like, yeah, you know, we cool, but just not tonight. That's a hard boundary, you know, that sometimes is really difficult. Even in relationships, like I just need a moment, you know. Mm-hmm. And to say that and not to be offensive, that's a good boundary. And also family, you know. Also family. All right.
Definitely.
So, Kara, do you feel that it's important to set boundaries? I mean, you the queen of no, so queen.
Let's go. Maybe that's why I feel good, y'all. I don't know, because I will say no to people. I don't know.
That's probably why you don't need that much self-care. You don't need to be saying it.
Maybe because I think honestly, because maybe. Well, this is what I say. I have a select few that I always say yes to. I will always say yes to Kayla. I will always say yes to my mom and dad. I will always say yes to my grandparents. And those are the people who will always get an unlimited yes. So therefore, everybody else can't just get yeses. Like, because I'm already saying yes. Like, so
if you say yes, you special.
Basically, basically. And like when my girl Jazz was down, she called me and she's like, hey, I need you to do something. Okay, here I go. And she's like, y'all are my special people, where it will be like, Jazz was from New Orleans. I'm like, babe, you got somewhere to go for Easter? Like, you know,
y'all had a nice spread.
So shout out to my mama.
I was sending my mama pictures of your mama. Shout Still waiting on that chicken salad.
Yeah, okay. But like honestly, because I only have a select few who I will say like, yes, I will bend over backwards for you. I'd have no problem telling other folks like, nah, I can't do it.
Sorry to that man.
Sorry to that man. Can't do it, boss. So yeah, I mean,
You wouldn't mind being Keke Palmer.
I just sorry to that man.
All right.
Although it was Dick Cheney, I don't know how she didn't know who that was, but vote that you got vote.
You know what? I don't. I think the older I've gotten, the more comfortable I've gotten. A no.
A no. It's a no for me.
At AHT exclamation point. At
No.
But I say that, but I'm also, if you need anything, and if I can do it, sure, yes. But if it's gonna like not like if I gotta like if it's something that literally is gonna put me out,
And not serve you, like
no. Or if I'm not in a good mental space to do it,
yeah.
no. Don't break your peace for something.
You're right. That's a boundary. I love it.
Don't break your peace for something. Say no, people. It's okay.
Do you say no to gigs?
Definitely.
Ooh, really?
Wow, everybody can't hide Micah J, y'all.
You have to. Some people will take
He's
advantage
wanted.
of you, like, you know. So yeah, you have to have a balance of what you say yes and no to with everything. Because if I say yes to every gig, like I wouldn't have any time. And then half of them aren't paying. Like sometimes they're like, you know, it's some good publicity for you. I'm like, I don't need publicity.
Yikes.
So you know, you have to know. You got to know your worth as a as a professional. Whatever you do, you got to know your worth in it. Like, don't waste your time. You know, trying to for publicity. Don't waste your time like trying to help somebody out all the time. It's okay to give community service. It's okay to help some people out. But you just got to have a balance between how many people you're helping and how many of those situations are going to help you too.
Ooh,
Thank
that
you.
was a word.
Look.
Like, I'm literally going to quote that. That was good, Michael.
Thank you for giving us some community service and helping out with the podcast.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh,
We
my
appreciate
God. Well,
No problem,
talking
no
about
problem.
Micah J and all of his musical talents, I think it's time that we hear some of his music. And we're going to take a quick musical break. And, we'll be back, y'all.
Okay, we'll be back.
I see my reflection when I'm in your eyes.
All right, y'all. Y'all just heard some music from Micah J.
Okay. Thanks again.
No problem. Hope y'all enjoyed it.
Yes. And don't forget, we have a surprise later in the episode that
A little
everybody's
surprise.
excited about from Micah J. So
A little
y'all-
surprise.
a little surprise. So y'all stay tuned. But yeah, we're gonna hop right in and drop some pieces for y'all to continue the conversation, and some resources for you all to check out. Remember, we are all about Zen and self-care. Y'all see my Zen voice this episode.
Y'all see her Zen voice.
Oh, here. I'm sorry, y'all see. Well, on YouTube you can see it and hear it. Anyway, all about self-care. So, Therapy for Black Girls, the podcast. I love it. I think it is a great podcast to listen to. They're also on Instagram. That's one of my favorites. I think everybody should check them out. So, yeah, that's my piece to continue the conversation. That's all Jazz the Betty got for y'all right now.
I think that, so off of Therapy for Black Girls, she posted 20 questions, and that's what we've been working on in our self-care Sundays, and we've been doing 5 questions each
Y'all
Sunday.
break those questions up.
You got to break the questions up. If you really want to really get a deep understanding of what the question means to you in your life, break the questions up. But they're really great questions. And so that's part of the Therapy for Black Girls. But also Talkspace, which is co-founded by Michael Phelps, the swimmer. But it makes it so therapists are at your own grasp type of thing. So it's like a a website that has all these therapists that you can choose which one you would like to speak to. It makes it so it's not as, I guess, a big ordeal of having to go in and, you know, So you can test out some therapists kind of thing. But everybody needs that space to talk. So Talkspace is a website, and I think they actually have an app as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and just therapy. Like you mentioning it, you know, Talkspace, there are different types of like virtual ones, but it's okay to sit on the couch. It feels good to sit on the couch. That means you are acknowledging that you can be a better you, and you know, that's a part of those steps. So I'm, you know, definitely paying homage to my therapy. When I moved to Alabama, I was definitely going through a rough time, and that got me through it, y'all. Got me through it. So I'm trying to check out it.
Sometimes you need to look at your resources or your benefits as far as your job, because I know like in Alabama, as a state employee, you get like an allotted amount of hours or something like that. So sometimes you might be paying for benefits that you're not using. So like look at your benefits package and see what's up.
And also, if it's not in your benefits packet, ask your employer if they have an employee assistance program, EAP, everyone. And it is something, if there's some addiction abuse, if there's some physical abuse or things like that, or just something that you need to talk about with your family. They even have family time that is free sessions with employee assistance programs. So see if your employer got it.
Amazing. I like it.
Any resources to drop to the people?
Actually, that was a good one.
Yeah.
What you said with the EAP program. My job definitely has a pretty good one, and they have an on-site counselor you can talk to.
On-site? Come on,
site.
Jam. Shout out to them.
You know, y'all should definitely look into that at your various employers. I guess, you know, y'all kind of talked about reading some stuff, so I don't read a lot of books, which I should probably read more. But one thing that I do read, so me and my friends kind of like do Bible app programs, like here and there, probably once a month. So I like the Bible app. You can try it out. Just type in Bible app and you can find it. They have daily devotionals and scriptures you can read that kind of, you know, uplift you or whatever in the morning time or the evening whenever you get to read it. And then they have plans you can do, which last about a week or two. And me and my friends do it together. And then you can, just like on, you know, Facebook, you can comment at the end and say what your thoughts were on it. And you and your friends can have an ongoing conversation about it if you want to. So I think that's a good resource right there.
You stole my resource for one of the upcoming episodes.
Oh,
yeah. I love the plans. I love getting the medals after I complete them. That makes me feel good.
Yeah.
And you can find a plan for anything y'all are going through. So even if you're not necessarily religious and believe in everything that they say in the Bible, because I know some people just like have a hard time with just reading it, but it's just things in there, and it's not necessarily you're only reading Bible verses. This is like certain people. Sometimes it's famous people. Sometimes it's just people who went through something that you're searching for, like with anxiety or how to release or looking for stress reliefs. Like there are plans for that. So shout out to Micah. Check out the Bible app.
Yeah. Or even like some of the Motivation Monday apps and stuff like that. I forgot what it's one that like does something like She Who Is Inspired or something like that.
It's like Selfish Babe.
Yeah, stuff like that. Just to make it like you get a smile every day, guys. Like, hey, somebody, boop. Look at that. Oh, I am important. Keep on going with your day-to-day life. You know?
Okay. Well, thank y'all for those resources.
Yeah.
Keep the conversation going, y'all. Check on your friends, check on your family, and, you know, check on yourself because you can't pour from that empty cup.
That was a word.
Jazz.
I just, okay. Sorry. I'm tapping in, y'all.
It's carrot time.
I'm tapping in.
She just tap in for the third time. She just said it.
I know, but I don't think that was the melody. Was that the melody?
I don't know melodies. Y'all know
okay.
That was it.
Today is November 3rd.
Vote. You gotta vote. You gotta vote.
You gotta vote. Oh. You gotta vote. Oh.
Rock the vote, y'all.
You gotta vote. Vote or die.
Please.
Vote like your life depended on it.
Vote or you don't count. That's what Mr. Parris
Your
said.
voice is not heard if you don't vote. People have died for this right, y'all. Oh my gosh. When we were talking about people who have passed away during 2020, the first person I thought about was John Lewis, of course. The second person I thought about was Ruth Bader Ginsburg. And I'm going to stop because I might start crying. You do not understand how important these people are to not just like America, but to the world, to women's rights, to civil rights, to knowing that you are important. Because this is the thing about it. When you vote something and you put it into law, that means that you have importance. And before then, women, black people, they didn't have importance. They did not have importance.
They weren't even humans.
They were not humans in the set of the law. I'm just saying. Jasmine just told me to be quiet. But today is November 3rd.
It's a day.
And today in Black History,
Yes.
of course, thanks to the lovely Dr. Jazz, today in Black History, civil rights leader Reverend Jesse Jackson announced on November 3rd in 1983 that he would be a candidate for the Democratic presidential nomination, which was going to be for that next year in 1984. And this is important because he became the first black person to win a primary.
Yes, sir.
Although we had black people to...
Miss Chisholm.
Yes,
Shirley.
know your history, who wanted to who got into the race. He was the first black person to win a primary, and that's very important. And it's very important right now because in 2020 on November 3rd, there's nothing more important that you can do at this very day than get into a line and vote.
And make sure your people did.
Amen.
Please.
Yeah, check the Instagram, y'all. And speaking of checking the Instagram,
Follow us.
Yeah.
Follow with Audacity across the board on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube,
Subscribe. Like,
Spotify,
comment, all that.
and Facebook. Stream us wherever you get all of your podcasts. Apple, iHeartRadio, Spotify. I mean, you name it. We're everywhere, y'all.
Google.
So yeah, follow our individual handles. I am you love with a 3_jazz.
Thank you.
I had to spell it out.
That was
Spell it
perfect.
out. That was perfect. All right. Yeah, Kara, you are.
Phillips Fro.
Okay.
All right.
I'm Magnolia Soldier, SOULJA_ or Dr. Jazz 2020.
Ow! She's famous. And our lovely co-host,
Micah. Y'all can follow me at Micah, that's MICAHJ_music.
all right, y'all.
And we have to, first off, we have to say our other co-host, we didn't introduce, is Roscoe Dash.
Roscoe! We love Roscoe.
Yes, this is our succulent. It's actually Dr. Jazz's succulent. And his name is Roscoe. And shout out to
He does not have an Instagram, just so y'all know.
Not yet.
But yes, please follow our featured artist of the week. Follow with Audacity across the board so you can keep up with all of the information.
Check out our
and
Spotify.
get this week's Spotify
Oh,
playlist
yeah.
from Micah J.
Get that.
he's going to be vibing
Vibes.
us up.
The vibes, baby.
Self-care vibes.
Ooh. And it's a new month. It is November, so that means that we have a new charity for our merch. Make sure that you're checking out our merch. We have all kind of stuff, but 10% of last month went to breast cancer awareness. This month we're going to Fair Fight, which was co-founded by the lovely Stacey Abrams. And what they're doing, they're making sure that voter suppression is a thing of the past. They're litigating against it, and they're making sure that every person who has the right to vote is able to do so and is able to be heard. So please check out our merch. 10% will be going to Fair Fight this month. And yeah, that's it. Vote, 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 vote. So now it's the exciting part too, cause our boy Micah J is gonna do his thing.
Okay.
All right.
He's
and
finna do his
it
thing.
is live.
Live.
Oh my God, y'all. What we having?
A little library.
A little library.
A little library.
A little library.
My goodness.
I'm not live, y'all, clearly. That's why.
Micah J is gonna Micah J is going to be doing the music for this episode live in the building.
Yes, sir. In a little library. In a little library.
Again, will I be played a fool? Can you see my tunnel vision? OVER, let me spell it for you.
Back Zen, and Micah's about to play some songs so we can recenter.
Yes.
So y'all enjoy.
So exciting.
Yeah.
So exciting.
So y'all, make sure you follow Micah J Music.
Micah J_music.
There we go.
I love it.
Little library.
Y'all enjoy the little library.
Y'all might recognize some of these tunes, you might not. Just vibe out with me.
Check our Instagram. We love you guys. Self-care. Jazz is on the camera, but she loves you too. Tap in, y'all. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Micah, once again. Peace to you. We appreciate you. Yes. We out this thing, man. Peace, love, and soul. Bye, baby.
Tap in.
Everyone's listening and watching you now.
Oh my God. Is this thing on?
Is this thing on?